if Donald Trump, which he said he was going to implement tariffs, he's done it before. Do you think Jeff Bezos will support Donald Trump if he had no idea what he's doing? He's going to ruin the country. Do you think Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, will support Donald Trump, knowing that he's going to destroy the economy and screw everybody's business over, knowing that he don't know what he's doing? No, these people are smarter than many of these people out here. They know what he's doing. They know what he's capable of. They understand tariffs.
We got to continue our coverage of the chaos that is happening as a result of President Trump's tariffs. Okay, this chaos is purposeful. This chaos is meant to allow the administration to get maximum leverage in order to negotiate the trade deals that he wants, right? We're trying to reorganize world trade. In fact, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is leading the negotiations with Japan because Japan wisely has come to the table and said, you know what? We're sending a whole delegation, right? We're rolling out a red carpet to try to make President Trump happy with our trade situation and to continue business as usual. And other countries should take note of what Japan is doing. Everything that President Trump is doing and his administration are doing makes perfect sense if you actually listen, right? If you listen to what they say, it all makes sense. Blue collar businessmen are saying, hey, President Trump's tariffs are good, right? And they're helping us out. They're going to help us hire more people. We're not going to increase costs. We're not going to do anything like that. We are expecting to have more business as a result of what President Trump is doing, opening up markets for American producers. Something that CNN and the liberal media, they definitely did not like to hear. Ultimately, President Trump's retaliatory tariffs, right, his reciprocal tariffs, those tariffs were decided from a maximalist position, aka, yes, we're going to slap some surprise tariffs on you that are a lot higher than you thought because we want to start with maximum leverage. We want you to understand we serious. We're not playing games. That's how you get deals done, right? Simple, right? Very easy to understand, okay? But apparently the mainstream liberal media can't understand it, okay? And you have some countries, or I guess the European Union is a group of countries that they want to pretend as if they're coming to the table, but they're up to their same old tricks. So the most annoying part about Europe's response, okay, to President Trump is that it really shows a complete lack of respect for the United States of America that we deserve from the Europeans. The Europeans, okay, whom we helped rebuild, okay, post-World War II, okay, and we did that through the blood, sweat, and tears of the American middle class, not to the benefit of the American middle class, but to the benefit of the Europeans, right? We allowed them, okay, to rebuild their countries, right? And we subsidized them rebuilding their countries. And now they've forgotten about the debt that they owe us. So don't sit here and try to act like you're big and bad to the president of the United States, to President Trump, because without America, you guys will still be fighting, or worse, you all be speaking German. Okay. So again, you know, ultimately at the end of the day, this is why we should have colonized Europe, right? We should have colonized them. After the war, after World War II, they should have been colonized. That way we don't have to worry about it, because ultimately in the day, all these countries, they need to be vassals of the United States of America anyways, right? Let's keep it 100, right? Ultimately, we have to isolate China. That's what this is about. This is why they don't have a choice, and we don't have time for these games of these leaders trying to act like they got more leverage than they have. You have no leverage. Your military is weak. Ultimately, you have no leverage, right? So China is playing hardball right now. And the liberal media, they're upset with the fact that President Trump is not backing down from China, because ultimately at the end of the day, these liberal media outlets seem to be rooting against the United States of America. Pay attention to all of these outlets that are actively rooting against the president. Okay. I mean, it's really stunning to behold. We need to go ahead and renegotiate things in our favor so that we can contain China and we can compete on a more even playing field. Okay. So yeah, the situation with China is going to escalate before it de-escalates, but that's because China can actually play that game. And the fact that they can even play this game in the first place with us, or at least they're attempting to do so in a serious way, that in and of itself is a problem, right? That's an issue.
The whole point is to hold the tariffs over the head of foreign nations and say, look, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. You can reduce your tariffs. You can remove your tariffs. You can end tariffs on certain goods. We're tired of dealing with your bullshit. If we don't engage in this kind of behavior, what ends up happening is eventually the United States goes Byzantine mode, and is basically the bitch of the world. You're not allowed to do this because we say no. When did we elect you as our masters? I thought the American people were the masters of the United States. That was kind of the entire point.
The Times of London just did a study. On average, every day of the week, 30 people in the UK are arrested for something they do on social media. 30 a day.
Evil.
How far till America is there?
We were talking about this a little bit before the show, and you mentioned, or someone mentioned, that it's possible that not even 30 people in Russia are arrested per day. In Russia.
For social media.
Social media posts.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I gotta tell you guys, the Democrats and the mainstream liberal media, they're about to be so upset with the latest decision from the Supreme Court, which is a huge W for the Trump administration, as they have allowed the Trump administration to resume deportations under the Alien Enemies Act. Normal, everyday people are celebrating this because it means that the Trump administration has less hoops to jump through in order to enforce immigration law, to deport gang members, okay, people who shouldn't be in the country in the first place, okay, regardless of whether or not they are actually in gangs, don't matter. They are in the United States of America illegally, so therefore they are subject to deportation. The way the mainstream liberal media tries to frame this issue is if, well, Trump deported this man on accident, right? Like he was here legally. No, he was not here legally. He was rightfully deported and he got sent back to his home country. I'm not sure exactly what the controversy is. He was here illegally and he went home. And of course, MSNBC was boo-wadding and crying, right? Liberals cry racism over the fact that President Trump is not required for now to return the illegal immigrant alleged gang member back to this country. I love these liberal tears. I really do. Okay. They're crying over illegal immigrant gang members. Okay. These people, they make me sick. They really do. Okay. They really think that we should give due process to people who did not come into the country with due process. They didn't follow the rules to come into the country, right? They broke the rules, okay? So at the end of the day, we got to do what we got to do to remove these people. The Biden administration didn't follow the rules, letting them into the country in the first place. Again, that's what these people don't understand. That's why nobody cares about their whole, the illegal immigrant gang member deserves due process, right? And then they make up this, sad sob story. This guy was an upstanding illegal immigrant gang member, right? He had a wife and some kids, right? This is what they'll do, right? But nobody cares. He was here illegally. But the controversy is that he was deported to El Salvador, not that he was deported. Again, the mainstream liberal media and their framing on this stuff, it's sad. It really is, because when you actually know what's going on, you can see right through the propaganda, okay, and how they frame stuff in a way that is clearly anti-Trump, right? This is not neutral at all.
Congress is a bunch of lazy pieces of garbage. They are lazy people who don't want to do their jobs. The real job of a member of Congress is to fundraise. They get on the phone all day and they say, give me money, give me money, give me money. And then they never actually do their jobs. The only thing they do outside of give me money is they go into they go on the floor. They stand at the podium and say, rabble, 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 rabble. Can you give me the clip so I can post it on social media so I can make money? That's Congress. Mm-hmm. None of them do their jobs. There's like 5.